got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
6-yard line. A gain of 14.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. That QB's trash. Let's go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
On 2nd down now, Jet. He's got a 1st down past the 30, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Another carry for the running back.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the front.
On 2nd down, Jet. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 17, Wentz. Flushed out right, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
He was tackled.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A gain of 7.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Draw play, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. Now they'll set up the screen to Huntley. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
And 1.
Now this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Jet. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On 1st down, Jet. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right at the line of
no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard
Brandon,
line.
all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run here with Jason Huntley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Wentz going to throw. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you're going to get a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays. You don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the...
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down now, Jet. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22.
Antonio Callaway on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They run the counter. Jet. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Taken down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Elliott, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Cowboys.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Kill. Watch twist.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
At the 7.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check cross. 55 mark, 55.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some option. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
The ball carrier.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead.
6. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Jet. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Number 34. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. They'll keep it on the ground. Jet. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run on 1st down. Jet, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At their 49-yard line.
Wentz. That's taken in by Callaway.
Wentz's pass.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. A tackler almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Jackson's pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But early Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Cowboys.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
On second down, it's Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On 1st down, it's Elliott, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Check.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Ezekiel Elliott. Yannick Ngakoue on the tackle. Tonight's final score, Cowboys 10, Eagles 6.